Today is 974th day to come here to Lessons on Learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'll speak about things that every single person will experience in their life. Every single person, there are some things that every single person experiences, the same thing. I think that is every single person is unique, but at the same time, the same. So today I want to focus on the things that every single person will experience. So the number one thing is birth. Birth, that is just, of course, that every single person needs to go through that to really live a life. No birth, no life. So, of course, everyone really have a mother, has a dad, just to make sure that they're able to live. Second thing is that growth and development. Growth and development. That means, of course, you birth. The number one thing is grow and develop. Now, of course, that some growth and development is automatic. That means the way how we grow, our age, our weight, our height is a lot of times automatic, but the manual things, that's exactly how we invest in our growth and what we invest in our development, that's what we're able to separate. That's why so many people who are like 15, 18, sometimes are even much wiser than people who are 60 or 70 because they never put understanding that they're able to influence their growth and development. Because some things are automatic, some things are manual. Number 3 is learning. Learning. So growing and developing more, it's just the way how you grow and develop. But learning is again, this is a choice. Now, of course, we're able to learn the automatic just by seeing other people doing things, and then that again, it's a massive difference between the automatic learning and manual learning. How did you understand that there's a huge difference between automatic learning and manual learning? I think the majority of people are learning just by experiences, and it just do things and then you learn. But if you are able to be prevent things, and then that means prepare for things. Because the beautiful thing, when preparation meets luck, when preparation meets opportunity, then success happens. When preparation meets opportunity, when preparation meets luck, then success happens. But a lot of times we do not prepare, we always wait for that success to happen. We always wait for those opportunities. But when opportunity shows up, it's too late for prepared. I truly believe that learning is one thing that every single person experiences that, but every single person is able to adjust that they could really prepare for the opportunities to come in. Number 4 is emotions. Every single person has emotions. The good emotions, bad emotions, sad emotions, positive emotions. Every single person is showing differently emotions. Every person feels emotions differently. And be able to really work very hard to understand what those emotions are, have build awareness, and then adjust those. Feel more of the positive emotions and feel less of those negative emotions. You're not able to get rid of them. That's part of life. A part of life is that you're supposed to have good emotions and bad emotions. It's just when you're supposed to be in a roller coaster. One day you are amazing, and the other day you're terrible. And the emotions is one of the things that every single person experiences. Number 5 is relationships. Relationships. So that means that, of course, you have relationship with yourself at the first level, but you have relationships with your parents. I don't say how good those relationships are. I'm saying that every single person has relationships. And that means that you're able to work. Now, if you have a great family, you're supposed to be joyful and blissful and content. But if you don't have family that is supportive and anything between, you're still able to go outside of your family and really find the chosen family to build that relationship, to nurture a relationship. Because every single person needs to develop relationships. And this is part of life. I think that the most important thing about life is nurturing relationships. There's just a lot of things that when you think about nurturing relationships, there's so many different things that need to come underneath of it as a foundation. That means you need to develop yourself, you need to develop your skill sets, you need to develop understanding and empathy, your conflict resolution skills, problem solving skills, just that you are able to nurture relationships. Number 6 is challenge and adversity. Every single person will need to go through challenges, adversity. And every single person will will decide on themselves how they will react to it, what they will learn from them. Because for me, the longer I live, I start to see that adversity and challenges are the best thing for you. It could develop you, make your skin thicker. You're able to learn more. It can be our energy and energy source. Because I always see that people who have massive adversity, they have enormous amounts of energy. And I was thinking, why is that? Why is that? Because they're able to really channel that adversity energy to put some action to really get out of their situation. So that means you will choose, is that challenge or adversity will put you down or put you up? And again, how you will channel the energy of that adversity, of that challenge, will dictate how far you can go. Number 7 is health issues. I think that every single body is not perfect. There's something in every single body that doesn't work 100%. Every single person. I never met a person that said, oh, my health is totally great. Now, it might be that not now, maybe, but something will happen for your health. Sooner or later will be something that you need to really work on to really make sure that you're able to really develop and value your health. When you lose your health, you start to value more. So having those health issues, I think I had health issues as well, and I needed to overcome that. But those health issues really allowed me to value my health even more. And I think that every single time people who had health issues overcome and they become healthy, they are blessed because they see how valuable it is to have health in place. Number 8 is aging. Aging is something that every single person experiences. Every single day we wake up 1 day older. Every single day we wake up 1 day older. You're not able to say that, I don't want to be older today, so slow down. No, like that, we grow aging every single day exactly the same amount. So that means that we are able to again choose. Do you want to change while you're aging? Because aging is automatic. What you do with your aging is your manual. So then, are you growing? Are you improving? Are you getting better? Are you nurturing things? Again, what do you do with that aging? That will be dictating, because aging is every single person at it. But your choices, how you will live with that aging, will dictate your life. Number 9 is decision making. Every single person needs to make decisions. Like every single day, there's thousands of decisions. Some small, some big. It could be moving, work, calling, purpose, meaning, visions, those massive decisions. It could be like small. Do I eat scrambled eggs for breakfast? Do I eat like lean some kind of chicken for breakfast? Do I eat Greek yogurt for breakfast? Or what I eat for breakfast or for lunch or dinner? Doesn't matter. Like small decisions and big decisions. And we need to understand that we're able to really, decision making process is something that you're able to develop. And I think that when we're able to make those good choices and then manage those good choices, manage those good decisions, because I love what John C. Maxwell says, that decision making sometimes is overrated. What is underrated is the managing of your decision, because every single person could potentially make a great decision, but at the end of the day, you will need to keep that decision in action for a year, for 10 years, for decades and above, just to make sure that you're able to really get the most out of that decision. It depends on the decision. Some decisions are for a week, some decisions for decades, some decisions are for a lifetime. And how you manage the decision, that will dictate how well you live your life. Number 10 is loss. Every single person will experience loss. It could be as simple as losing a job. Of course, the worst case scenario, losing some loved one. Every single person will experience some kind of loss. And that's a part of life. It is impossible to live a life without loss. And I think when you start to realize that this is part of life, I think that even though this is very, very hard to lose, it's very, very hard to lose, and it requires time to grieve, but it doesn't devastate you, because you know this is part of life. Because if you start to think, okay, why me? Why that happened? I think that is not healthy. But it's like, I know that's part of life. I know that I will heal it. I know that I will be able to overcome this. And I think that when you start having that understanding that loss is part of life, It's much easier to really grieve and overcome the loss in general. And sometimes, if it's just regarding work, I really love the saying that rejection sometimes is God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. That means that you were rejected because God have a bigger purpose than this for you. Number 11 is love and affection. Every single person will have someone that are loved by. And of course, I think that sometimes we need to work for it as well. We're not supposed to say, okay, I am lovable the way I am. Like, everyone is unconditional love, deserves it, and of course I understand that, but I think that we're still supposed to work very hard to really be more lovable and earn affection, earn love, even though that we deserve it. But I think that being able to really work for it, I think that it's much more beautiful because you nurture relationships, you nurture love, you nurture affection. And of course, that be able to have that bare minimum, surface level love. And that's everyone deserves it. But when we want to have the unconditional love, that beautiful love, we need to earn that. We need to work for it. We need to really nurture that. Number 12 is failure and success. That means that every single person will try things that they fail, will try things that they succeed. They'll try and do things again. And I think that the more you have success, the more you have failures, the easier it is to really go after new successes, new failures. I think that it's important to understand that we learn more from failure than success. We learn more from failure than success. That means that if we want to learn, we need to go outside. We need to fail. I think that a lot of times we're really afraid to fail. But I think and we would always want to win. We always want to succeed. But if we really want to grow and develop into the best human being, we need to understand that we need to have everything under our belt, failures and successes. Every single person will have failures and successes. But sometimes one of the biggest failure in life is not pursuing something meaningful. That's the biggest failure of all. So that means that if you don't try anything, you will fail anyway. But if you try and you fail, every single person fail, every single person succeed, and we need to understand that's part of life. And I think that when you understand that every single person has a failure, and they build, the most successful people build a mountain that they stand on. Of that success model is built on the failure, and it's a beautiful analogy that I really love. Number 13 is adaptation and change. That means we need to adapt ourselves, we need to improve ourselves, we need to change our lives because our external world is changing. Sometimes we don't want to change, of course, because, I like this life, so I want to keep it as it is. But no, we're not able to do that. So external life will start to change and we need to adapt and we need to change. But of course, when we are proactive and proactively changing, it's not stressful. What is stressful? When is change is stressful? That is not proactive. When you react to external changes, that of course is stressful. But if you're proactively adapting, proactively changing, proactively improving yourself, proactively developing yourself, at that moment it doesn't matter what's coming your way because you know that you will be able to overcome that. Number 14 is self-reflection. Every single person reflect themselves. Now, of course, I understand that again, everything what I share is a lot of times from 1 to 10. That means it might be that you barely reflect, or it might be that you reflect a lot. And I think that self-reflection is in moderation. It's not something that you're supposed to not do at all, or do it every single day for hours and hours and hours. It's a great self-reflection, but this needs to be moderation. Understanding that self-reflection is to develop yourself, not to reflect yourself to death. Because self-reflection could be the easiest way not to do action, not to take action and stay where you are for the rest of your life because you always just reflect and looking for the best route, but there's no best route. There's no best route. Just taking action and reflect what's going on and you'll adjust accordingly. And last one, of course, there's much more things that we are similar, the same, that every single person experiences. But I just would love to this topic was just really focus on understanding that there's a lot of things that every single person experiences that. And I think that when you understand that every single person has a lot of things in common, you start to love people much more because you start to appreciate the similarities that everyone have, and we have a lot of differences and a lot of similarities. And the last thing that every single person experiences is death. There was no man or woman born on this earth who will never need to experience death. Maybe in the future, maybe they will learn how to do that, but at the moment, every single person who has a birth, they know that the death date is coming as well. And I think that this is sometimes it gives urgency in our life to really make things happen, because some people have just 10 years, some people have 20 years, some people have 30, some people have 40, some 50, and you never know how long your lifespan will be. But I think that we always need to include the most life in those years as we could. And every single person is able to choose what that life means to them. I hope that you will reflect as well, because I think that we always need to really take action as much as we can, because we know that from birth to death is a very, very short period of time. It's long, but at the same time short. And I think that we are able to really build that urgency to really make things happen today rather than tomorrow. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.